The Clyde has a good backstore of historical data through the annual reports of the Scottish Fishery Board. And that data set extends back to 1809, which provides us with a lot of useful information that we can deploy to examine the state of the system during the 19th century. The annual reports provide estimates of the shore-cured catch of herring and whitefish, and also in two different periods, in the mid-19th century and the late 19th century, estimates of the total catch. So we can interpolate between those two to have estimates of total catch from 1845 through to the 1880s. And the reports also include information on the effort of the fishermen, in particular the length of line used for long lining of whitefish and the area of nets used for catching herring. We can take the data from our estimates of the total landings and our estimates of effort to take the ratio of these two figures. That gives us an estimate of catch per unit effort, and we believe that that's related to the stock abundance. So combining those two sets of data, we get estimates of stock size for herring and whitefish. The herring stock density, or the herring catch per unit effort, oscillates somewhat from the mid-19th century and shows increases towards the end of the century. For whitefish, which is principally cod, the catch per unit effort is high at the start of the period, that's to say in the 1840s, and then declines very rapidly during the 1950s. In the 1850s, I beg your pardon. We have not managed to link the 19th century period with the contemporary period, because our estimates of effort become inconsistent at the turn of the century due to the introduction of steam trawling in the 1880s. However, we can say that the data suggests that the whitefish in particular were indeed overexploited as early as the 1850s. There's clearly a need to link the information that we have from the 19th century to the 20th century and indeed the 21st century. During the 20th century, we've seen very big changes in the system, and there was eventually a decline, in fact, virtual disappearance of fishing on whitefish, and there was very high fishing pressure on herring during that period as well. And now we have an entirely different system that's focused on shellfish. So the gap that's missing is the transition from the old long lining and drift netting through to modern methods. If we can achieve that, we should be able to model all the way through from the 19th century all the way to contemporary times